You're watching Action News Now. Storm Tracker weather. Coverage you can count on.
Here's a live look over Lake Oroville. A lot of boats out there on the water and people, no doubt, too, looking for a way to beat the heat. But you know what, Jason, today actually felt really, really nice compared to pretty much every other day in recent memory.
And that's when we know we're getting used to really hot weather because this past weekend, I was mentioning that in our 4 o'clock newscast, it was 111 degrees on Saturday in Redding and 112 on Sunday. So compared to those 2 days, 104, although above average, doesn't feel too bad, but it is still hotter than average by 3. It was 101 degrees at Red Bluff, 99 in lots of places, Weaverville, Corning, and Chico, and 91 for a high both in Paradise and in Bernie. Pretty much all 90s except for a couple triple digits, but we have a lot more triple digit heat not too far away. So the last several days I've been telling you about a moisture-starved trough of low pressure just pushing right over Oregon and Northern California. That's been our friend for more seasonable temperatures, allowing that delta breezes come in from the south, but that is going to start getting shoved westward back into the eastern Pacific. So we're going to have a clear sky ahead, but there's a ridge of high pressure nosing its way in over Nevada and California. That means a lot more sunshine, plenty of heat, but also a lack of that delta breeze. We're going to have more of a downsloping breeze. It won't be strong, but it's going to be enough. That motion is all we need for it to get even warmer, both in the morning and in the afternoon. That's going to be peaking on Friday. Then we're going to have some high clouds Saturday and Sunday. Unfortunately, no good chances for any rain, not only in the short term, but also the long term, all the way through the next 7 days. No good chances for any rain for any part of our region. And then we'll have a gradual reduction in the strength of that ridge. So once we get past Saturday and Sunday, it'll really start to cool back down to more seasonable levels, much like where we are right now with lots of 90s, some triple digits, but everyone has a lot of heat going forward as we move into Thursday and especially Friday into early Saturday. So you can see our wind that is also going to be weakening. We still have that light breeze out of the south for now. That goes away by Thursday afternoon, and we're going to start having that light breeze coming out of the north Thursday night all the way into Friday and Saturday. So that's going to really contribute to how much more warmth that we're going to experience. So as a result, we now have a heat advisory. Hasn't gone into effect yet, but it's been issued. It goes into effect Friday morning at 11, lasts until Saturday night at 11, and you can see it's all for the valley, the foothills, even the Sierra, with widespread triple-digit heat. But for the valley itself, between 107 and 112 is a good possibility for us as we move into Friday and Saturday. Saturday should be slightly cooler than Friday, but only by a degree or two. So there's going to be a lot more air conditioning being used going forward. You have to turn on a little bit earlier in the day. If you want to escape that heat, this coming weekend, not as hot as last weekend, but it's still going to be above average between Lake Oroville and Shasta Lake, averaging right around 105 to 107 both days. For Lake Almanor and Trinity Lake, mainly 90s. That's still pretty hot, though, so prepare for that heat and that sunshine. For the area around our region tonight, we'll have lows in the 40s and 50s in the mountains with more mild 60s for the valley and 70s for the foothills, but it's going to get a lot hotter tomorrow. 90s for the higher terrain, widespread triple digits for the valley, even in Trinity County, 100 to 102 there, 107 degrees in Redding and 103 in Chico. And speaking of 107, that's going to be the high on Friday in Chico, dropping down to the upper 90s early next week. And we're going to maintain those triple digits right across the board for Redding. A few clouds at times Saturday, Sunday, and next Wednesday, but we're going to peak on Friday at 110 and drop down to a chilly 100 degrees by Monday.
All right. Thanks, Jason.